Well, guys, I know I said I wasn't going to make a video for a while, but something happened this week that I really want to talk about, and I really need to talk about it. About a month ago, my cat, Squeak, got a big bump on her head, and I kind of thought maybe she had knocked something over that fell onto her head or something like that. The bump started to get smaller, and as it got smaller, I noticed a large lump that was on the right side of her head. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, it'll go away, and it hasn't in the last month at least. All the other swelling went down, but this was something that we were worried about, and we discussed taking her to a vet, and we took her to the vet last night. As I'm shooting this, it's the 1st of October, and she is not doing good at all. The doctor tried to see if he could get any fluid from it, because it felt like it possibly had fluid in it, but it was pretty hard. When he tried, there was no fluid in it. It was all tissue. So that kind of leads us to believe that it's a cyst of some kind. Whether it's cancerous or not is beyond the point. It is attached to her skull, probably going into her brain, and within the last 2 days, we've noticed a complete difference in her. She started by walking around in circles and going after our dog, who's like a shepherd. He's like 100 and something pound shepherd, and he's afraid of her, which is hilarious. But the part that's not so funny is that while she was doing it, she also sat in one of our roommate's plates. Her spatial awareness is completely gone. I tried looking at her pupils for dilation. Her pupil where the lump is completely blown out. There's no dilation at all, nothing. But she does wince, so she can see light. I'm not sure if her vision is just blurry or what, because she looks in the direction when you call her, but she can't make out where you are, I guess, to come to you, because she starts walking. But last night she was doing like what I call like a zombie walk, just unconsciously walking wherever. And she got stuck under the toilet because she couldn't figure out that all she had to do was back up. And she cried because she got stuck, and so I came and took her out from under the toilet and took her into our room, and just kind of watched her behavior. And it was so strange because she was losing her balance. She was having a really hard time, and then to top it off, she got down off the bed. She went and ate, which was great when she was eating, but now she's not eating anymore. And she had to eat early this morning so Allie could give her her antibiotic that the vet gave us last night as like a last-ditch Hail Mary. But the fact that we're watching her decline so fast within just the last 2 days, I've been taking the late shift, I guess, because I hadn't gotten to sleep until like 5 in the morning, because I was just up keeping an eye on her, because she would go off the bed and then go try to hide somewhere or walk somewhere. She just finds these little places that she can get into, and I'm afraid she's going to get hurt or she's going to get stuck. I don't know. Or maybe she's going to try to die away from everything. I know cats do that, but it's a really hard thing to watch in the last couple days. And I priced out the euthanasia and the cremation and everything, and it's going to cost like $400. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna afford that. And I know she needs to be put down. I know she does. She's just not herself, and I feel like she's suffering. And I wish that she was at least herself right now, because then she would know how much we love her and, want her to be here, but she just, can't. But she has no clue, and it's really hard to come to terms with that. Really hard to come to terms with that right now. And all the talk of, putting her down is making it really hard. I could say that, the last day of having the antibiotics haven't had any effect, but maybe they could. But I don't want to watch her be like this. I feel awful. I feel just awful. And it puts a lot of things into perspective in a really fucked up way for me. The fact that I can't afford $400 to put my cat down. It really just, it breaks me. It just breaks me because I'm trying to get by, Hell, I'm working with a phone that every time it rings, it shuts down just because I can't afford to get a new phone. And I think Allie put up a thing on Facebook with a Venmo to try to see if we can get some help to do it. And we've had a couple donations already, and I'm very thankful for that. Very thankful for that, for Squeaks, at least. I'm thankful, but at the same time, I can't help but feel extremely awful. Feel like, thank God I don't have kids of my own. I should be doing better in my life than I am right now, and I just don't know what else to do right now. Mentally, I'm just fucked. I'm just drained. I'm so tired of trying to figure things out, just things that don't even seem to matter. It's very frustrating. I've been working really hard on my mental health over the last year and change, and that all kind of just came crashing down. With the House of Cards, there are a lot of beliefs about afterlife for animals and people alike. Allie said something along the lines of, the Rainbow Bridge and all that, and I think that's a beautiful sentiment. However, I believe differently. I believe that all life is just energy. And when we all die, we just become part of that energy. So we always live on. Energy can't be destroyed. But that doesn't help us here. After everything, I guess the last 8 years of being with her, 7, 8 years, I think, and yeah, it's been a while. Since the day I came to live with her, I've been looking after her, and I've never been an animal person. When I see an animal, it's just not the cute animal that most people see. I just see just a thing. And certain animals just have faces that make them relatable to me, then I can see them as an animal, as more than an animal, maybe. And Squeak started that for me, and she's been there through a lot. She's been there through a lot for Allie, for me. I'm sure for the guy that owned her before Allie, Eddie. And aside from just feeling like a complete failure, I can't seem to fathom the fact that she is going downhill so quickly. And there's literally nothing that I can do right now, aside from just give her antibiotics and wait and watch and hope she gets better in the next couple days. But I think we're gonna have to put her down, and it's not something I'm looking forward to doing at all. Not something I really want for myself, not something I want for my wife. She has been her emotional support cat for a long time, and even my emotional support cat at times, and it's hard because it's the end of an era. Like I said, when I first moved in, I started taking care of her. She had gotten just matted and stuff, and I shaved her and took care of her, gave her a bath and everything, cleaned her up, and tried to be there and take care of her as much as I could. But at the end of the day, she was Allie's cat, and so when Allie moved back in, and I moved back in, and we started taking care of her, it was just, she was Allie's emotional support cat. And then when I lost my stepdad, she became my emotional support cat. And then when we lost, Allie's sister, she became both of our emotional support cats, and even Allie's mom. And so I'd like to think in this house, she is the emotional support cat for all of us in the house. All 7 of us that live here. So, but it's a hard thing to watch, and especially because I was so adamant yesterday about maybe it was time to get her checked out and see what was going to happen, or talk about if the time came that she was going to be put down, what we would do and how it would go, and as if there was more time for that to happen. And the doctor basically told us this stuff yesterday, and I was just really hopeful that with antibiotics maybe she would get better, and maybe she would just be herself again, but that's not the case right now, and I just don't see an end to it. So I'm afraid it's not going to happen, and I don't want her to suffer. But at the end of the day, she was an amazing cat. She was more than a cat. She was like my daughter, and I just feel horrible that her suffering might have to be prolonged because I can't afford to do anything about it. Something's gonna change, something's gonna give. I don't know. That's where I'm at. Well, today is the 2nd of October, 2024. I'm going to try to put this video up today, but right now it's a little after 4. We have an appointment for 6 to have her put down, and thanks to some friends who were able to lend us the money to get it taken care of. Like I said, it was just a big unexpected expense, and but we have it taken care of. We're gonna go tonight, and it's funny because I'm the one who's breaking down, and Allie is kind of breaking down but being very strong right now, and I have a feeling that once this all is said and done, it's it's kind of going to be the other way around, and I really hope it is because I hate feeling like this. I feel awful, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but I am looking forward to knowing that she's not going to be suffering or wondering or whatever it is. So it's 5:45 and I really don't want to do this. I'm gonna bring her pickle and her blankets, and they said it was gonna be pretty quick, so hopefully we'll be home and done with this, and hopefully once it's over I'll just feel better about it. It's just if it was sudden it would be one thing, but this is like a whole other level of torture. And I just hope that she knows that we love her, and that's it. So here we go. I know. It's okay.
It's okay. I'll hold you this way. It's okay. I know. It's okay. It's okay. You were the best cat.
Love you, Mama. Thank you for always being there for us, sweetie. I'm gonna tell Auntie Gina hi for us. Keep her company. You ready, baby? It's time. It's okay, baby. It's time to go to sleep, okay? We're here, it's alright.
It's okay. I know.
It's alright.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay, sweet girl, I know. I'm right here, it's okay. I got you, it's okay. Relax, sweetheart. It's gonna be okay. You're about to see some amazing stuff. Anyways, yeah, that's about all I got. So leave some comments down below with your well wishes for Squeakers and for, I guess for Allie, and I guess if you want for me, but I don't need it. You know what I mean? I just came here to say what I wanted to say and get it off my chest, and that's kind of what I'm doing. So, but with that said, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for the well wishes in the comments, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.